Welcome to Kalamata on the southern Peloponnesian Greek coast. Often underrated, it is fantastic and I think one of the best towns to visit on the mainland outside Athens. These are my 9 reasons why. Reason number 1 is location. Kalamata is only about 2.5 hours drive from Athens, and it's a brilliant road, particularly across the Peloponnese. If you prefer not to drive, there are buses all year round from Kifissos in Athens. And once here, Kalamata is a brilliant base for exploring the southern Peloponnese. You can go east to the Mani Peninsula or Monemvasia. You can go west to the Costa Navarino, Pylos or Koroni. Or should you want an ancient site, I would recommend ancient Messini or even Olympia. All of these places are very accessible from Kalamata, and it makes it a brilliant base for your holiday. Reason number 2. Kalamata is a large town, about 62,000 residents, and it is open all year round. Not everyone wants to come to Greece in the summer, but Kalamata is available all year round. You have loads of hotels, loads of restaurants, and life. You have nightlife, you have shopping here in the square, and it's just brilliant. You also have an old town to explore. You have history, you have the beachfront, particularly in the summer. In the winter, the life moves up to the centre, the square here, Aristomenos. So this is a perfect place for you any time of year. You can find accommodation, you can eat, and there will always be life here because it's a large town. Reason number 3 is this fantastic beach. It's about 4 kilometres long, and it's not sandy, it's small pebbles, but actually that's great because it means you don't get sand in your swimming costume, and I'm all for that, to be honest. And in the summer, this place comes to life. All the way along, you have a mix of bars, restaurants, tavernas, and large hotels, and smaller hotels, to be fair. And should you wish to base yourself out of Kalamata, spend a week here, 2 weeks here, the beach in the summer makes it worthwhile because you combine it with the fact that you're on the edge of a large town. You combine it with the fact that you are in a location that allows you to go off and explore, and it makes a fantastic summer holiday and not expensive. The value here is very, very good. But in the winter, everything along the beach shuts, but the beach is still here and fantastic for walking along, dogs, just exploring, enjoying the environment. I cannot recommend this beach highly enough. It's one of the better ones in the Peloponnese. Step away from the beach and you have my reason number 4 for visiting Kalamata, and that is shopping. Now clearly you wouldn't come on holiday just for shopping, but should you wish to shop, and you may well, Kalamata in my opinion has the best shopping centre in the Peloponnese, bar none. Some would argue Patras is as good, it has more shops, but it's more difficult to navigate. Kalamata, everything is based around the main square, the Aristomenos square. You have lots of core shops on this square, and then you go north and south and a little bit east and west, and you have so many shops, literally hundreds of shops mixed in with bars and restaurants. And they are reasonable value shops. You have a number of independents, you have a number of chains. It's a very pleasant pedestrianised environment that takes you up to the old town or down to the beach, and it's a very nice place just to walk. Can get a bit hot in the summer, but as I mentioned earlier, this place is open all year round, and should you be in the Peloponnese, it's well worth coming here to do some shopping. Reason number 5 is absolutely unique to Kalamata in Greece, and that is Kalamata has this fantastic train park, and it is a park primarily linking the commercial shopping area down to the beach and the marina. And I think that's why it exists, because they had this space and they needed to do something with it. But it's amazing because it's fantastic for kids. You have a couple of fantastic recreational playgrounds here. There's loads of grass space, there are loads of trees, and you have this unique train park. And it is a train park, it's not a museum. There is no information about these trains. I can't tell you anything about them. I'm not a train buff, and there is no information provided, which makes it a park rather than a museum. But it's brilliant for adults and kids especially, because you walk them down towards the beach through this park. You have all these playgrounds, you have this beautiful shade, fantastic in the summer, I have to tell you, and then you come to this train park where there's a very nice cafe as well, so you can explore, you can climb on these unique trains, and it is a unique attraction to Kalamata, and one that if you're here, I suggest you take the time to visit. At the southern end of the train park we come to the harbour, and my reason number 6 for visiting Kalamata, the marina. Now the harbour itself, can't recommend it, very industrial, not a great place, but you walk through it and you come to this fantastic marina. For those who are interested in boats, 250 berths and a 3-metre draft. It has restaurants, it has petrol, fuel, And it's a great place just to explore a little bit. There are restaurants all the way along here, closed in the winter, but in the summer they are a hive of activity and offer something a little bit cheaper to the seafront along by the beach. And I can recommend this restaurant at the end. My wife remembers coming here in 82, 83, 84 with her parents on a day out, and it's a fantastic Italianesque restaurant. There's a lovely bar next door, and you get unrivaled views across the marina to Mount Tegatus at the end, the beach, and the seafront in between the two. And I can highly recommend it just for a little walk, especially if you have a pet, a dog, something like that. Fantastic place to explore. Walk back up through the town and we come to reason number 7, the Old Town. Now, before Kalamata was Kalamata, it was a place called Fare, which was located about a kilometre from the sea, and it was centred around a castle. Now, the castle's still there. They have dancing festivals and so on there in the summer, but it's not actually a great castle. But the old town around the castle is well worth exploring. It's not everything that it seems, however, because in 1986 there was an enormous earthquake that hit this town and knocked most of it down, including the old town and the cathedral, and subsequently it's all been rebuilt, including the cathedral, and in doing so they discovered various things, including the original city walls, which are along by the cathedral and may well date back to Roman times. So this place has some history, but it never had an acropolis. Fare was just a small town. It is, however, well worth some of your time to explore this area because it's got history, it's got lovely little narrow alleyways to explore, and plenty of shops and restaurants and bars for you to enjoy. Reason number 8 is nightlife. Kalamata has all year round nightlife, and that's fantastic if you're visiting Greece, especially off season, because you want to go somewhere where you can go out in the evening and enjoy yourself and experience the fantastic Greek culture. And Kalamata is one of those places near Athens that you can actually do this. Now, obviously in the summer there's life down by the beach, but up in the old town there is a bar area and it's vibrant at night, particularly at the weekends. It'll be lively till 2 or 3 a.m. And just bear in mind, the Greeks do not go out early. If you go out at 7:30, you'll be the only people out. You need to go out 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and you can eat, you can drink, you can experience the vibrancy of the old town, the Greek culture, the Greek people, and just have a fantastic time. And it's not that expensive. For Europe, it's pretty good value as a night out, and I'd highly recommend it as my number 8. Reason number 9. My final reason is the seafront area, and in particular the vibe that you get down here. Now, I know I've mentioned the beach and I've mentioned the marina. This sits in between and it is distinct. And you come down here on a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon or in the summer on holiday, and it's just amazing. The relaxation, the swell that you get in your chest when you sit here and you relax and you look at the seaside and you watch the world going past. The food's great. The ambience is great. The restaurants are great. They're now pedestrianising along here, which makes it even better. And it's difficult to really describe just how pleasant it is to come and sit here and visit. The beach is one thing, the marina's another, the shopping's another, the old town's another. But just to sit here and have a beer or a glass of wine or a soft drink and a little bit of Greek food, and let's face it, the Greek food is fantastic. It makes any Greek holiday. And for me, it's the absolute number 1 reason to come to Kalamata in the summer. The vibe, the people, the cuisine, and the ambience. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you get a chance to come and explore. And I would highly recommend Kalamata to anyone who's in Athens or the Peloponnese and looking for something a little bit different, and a little bit Greek to do. Thank you.